Sorry, I forgot the book in the other room. Hello, hello. I'm Mika. Welcome to Leap Taken. Here at Leap Taken, I talk all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. I'm just going to put my glasses on so I can see. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and get started. It is hot today. It is hot in my house. Spoiler, I may get interrupted because I am waiting for the AC guy to come because we got an AC problem. Child, the heat, hello, hello. The heat is heating, and today is a hot day. Let me see, what's the temperature today? I don't know, hell, I assume. I probably shouldn't look because it's about to piss me off even more. Okay. So we in the hot, and we in the mid 90s. Cool, cool, cool. Um, because why not? Why not? Woosah. But life is good. So I want to talk about today. So a couple things. So we have. I was showing actually these cards to somebody I know. But anyway, we got a little bit of a haul. I'm going to start with that first because why not? Um, The Divine Frequency: Harness the Magic of Universal Laws for Transformation, Manifestation, and Freedom by Abiola Abrams. The forward is by Colette Baron Reed. Go on, girl. I see you. Clearly, I'm a fan. She's also, I bought both things from her. I do be supporting sis. I like I like what she offering. I'm a big fan of her. I have been someone who followed Abiola Abrams since like years ago, back in the early like YouTube days. I remember that. She used to be on. Anyway, I've loved her from the beginning. But anyway, the book. If you're interested, I haven't read it yet. Are you ready to radically embody the vibration of pure creation, joy, and abundance? This is the divine frequency. Imagine living in harmony with the divine, where manifesting what you desire flows as naturally as breathing. um, the divine frequency is your powerful, practical guide. Let me turn this volume up, make sure y'all can hear me. Anyway, the divine frequency is your powerful, practical guide to aligning with this energy and stepping into your highest potential. The divine frequency brings you a bold, empowering approach to manifesting through the 23 universal laws, drawing wisdom from Hermetic teachings and from African, Asian, indigenous, and other global traditions. These laws are the roadmap to your ultimate self. You'll learn exactly how these principles shape your life and how to use them to attract everything you desire, from success to fulfillment, love, and freedom. This is something I'm into. Of course, I'll be doing a thorough breakdown of this book. Um, but yes, Abiola. Anyway, speaking of her, Faces of Oshun, this is her Oracle deck. Now I just got this yesterday, literally, just got delivered yesterday. I opened it up because I'm nosy and I wanted to see. I was like, oh, just wait to do the unboxing. No. But here we go. First off, to know me is to know. I typically like a book that's colorful, the guidebook. It is not. It's all black and white. But that's okay because I love her. But this is the guidebook. Here's how she does things. She has the section. Oh, sorry. Notifications. Let me turn it off. Anyway, she's talking, like, she'll give you the meaning, and it's like what to do now, her story, healing ritual. So you get that for each, like, if you can make that out. Like, she separates the meanings, if that makes any kind of sense. If you've had her other oracle cards, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, I just want to flip through some of the cards. Here's what the back looked like. Oshun, so the B, and then come on, look at that. Oshun of the dawn, new beginnings, hope, fresh start. Oshun the Protector. That's card 1. This is Oshun the Protector. Gorgeous. Oshun of the Soil. Oshun Overflows. Oshun of Resurrection. Oshun of the Ancestors. Oshun's Honey Pot. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Like the artwork goes crazy. The Creatrix. Harmonic Balance. Gorgeous. Oshun's Desire. Manifest. Oshun manifesting birth. Oshun of the Dance. These are just beautiful cards. Oshun's Cleansing Rain. I'm going to just do a couple more. Like, Oshun's Healing Sage. Are these not gorgeous cards? Like, this is like art. I'm going to skip through some. Oshun the Scandalous. Correspondence. Soft Power. And then I'll let the last one be the last one. Oshun. This is card 44, Oshun of the Dusk. This is about cycles, transition, and closure. Gorgeous. Absolutely stunning visuals. Oh my goodness. As far as the quality of the card, it's not the thickest cardstock, but it's above average. It's better than, it's not cheap. I'll just say that. It's not getting cheap. But it's a sturdy stock. It's what you ultimately would expect. Mean Girls Tarot deck. So I got put on by both of these cards by my coven, actually, because they saw it first. They one of them, she got these, and I was like, oh, I gotta get this. Okay, look, I love good packaging. So let's talk about the book. It's color. It's in color. It's in color. It's in color. Isn't this cool? Excuse me. I'm still fighting. Y'all hear it. Yes, I'm drinking hot tea and I'm hot as I don't know what. But I need that. Otherwise, I'm not going to make it through this without hacking up a lung. Anyway, let's get into this. So we start with the Fool. Now, I'm going to go watch Mean Girls probably tonight because this got me in a mood for it. And then we have the Magician, the High Priestess. So it'll be even more sweeter. The Empress. I'm not a regular mom. I'm a cool mom. I genuinely say this just to harass my own children. The Emperor. I'm just going to go through a few more. The Hierophant. If you were curious what these cards look like, let me do it like this because I'm the Lovers. The Chariot. Strength. Who y'all think the Hermit is? The Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. Justice. And it says, by the way, Aaron Samuels, Hot Body, Army of Skanks on the board. The Hangman. death. Oh my gosh. Temperance, the devil, the tower. The tower gives. Let me see if I can hold that still. Yeah, that's the tower. All right, so I'm going to skip ahead. So we have here Ace of Flames. Okay. Then we have, yeah, Queen of Cups. And King of Daggers. Knight of Plastics. Love it. Love them. Anyway, so these are just fun. Will I use them? Probably, but we'll see. We shall see. Sometimes I'm a bit of a collector. I like to have a collection. Some things are not for spiritual, it's just because I love them. Definitely. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see how I feel about it. Excuse me. I was talking to my sister, and we were talking about this because I was like, oh, well, I have Britney Spears Oracle deck. She was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I got Britney Spears Oracle deck. And I was like, I even got the Hip Hop Queen. She was like, there's a Hip Hop Queens. I said, yes, I do. Yes, I do. So we're just talking. This is from 2021, 2022. So this is what I'm talking about. I like to have stuff in my collection. It's not like, it wasn't the end of the, like, I didn't have to have this. I just really, really wanted it. So sometimes it's fun. Listen, when you're a reader, I read professionally. I do card readings professionally, by the way. Check me out, leaptaken.com, if you're interested in booking me for any of my services. Leaptaken.com, links in the description. But sometimes, this is what I do, but this is also what I like. I'm really into this stuff. Like, it's really just fun sometimes. And this makes it fun. But I may use them. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, let me take a sip. But anyway, those are, and then the book, The Divine Frequency. I cannot wait to read this book. I'll start this weekend. I cannot wait to read this. I am so looking forward. This is Abiola. She's gorgeous, by the way. Freaking gorgeous. I remember she's that big curly hair fro. Love her down. Like, I find her to be so impactful, so inspirational. I genuinely love her. One day if I'm in some, I don't know, a summit or some sort of whatever, to actually meet with her and talk with her would be awesome. I really like her a lot. I want to talk about sun magic. This is the book we're going to break down. Now this is on Kindle as well. I think it's Kindle Unlimited, but it's, as you can see, this is a quick read. The tone is giving humorous. Rachel Patterson is not taking herself too seriously with this. And I love that for her, but there's some really good information in here. So I do have notes for this because, as y'all know, I could go astray. All right. So she helps you to live and say, okay, let me start over. I also live with the Wheel of the Year. I do my magical practice. I celebrate all of our, witches' high holidays. But seriously, but I approach it from more of the summer solstice, less about Letha. That's what everybody's calling this, a celebration. Yeah. But for me, it's more about the summer solstice, all of that, and I'm celebrating it. That's what this Hot Witch Summer breakdown is for, because we're celebrating. It's like a countdown to the summer solstice. And that's what this month represents. So a lot of solar energy, a lot of magic in that realm, and to do with the season is summer. I already live that way. It's easy for me to talk about this, so I'm just bringing you guys in. Um, if you are like me or loosely follow kind of the wheel of the year as it relates to your spiritual practice, this book is going to give you a lot of good information, and it's condensed. So it's not like you'll be sifting through this long, advanced, oh, geez, drawn out book. Forgive me. I've been up for a very long time. And it's like I'm being harassed. Hold on for a second, y'all. Let me silence this. I go between this and my iPhone, and it takes me a long time to figure out. This is the flip. It's a struggle for me. I'm still learning Samsung. I've had an iPhone forever. This is my iPhone. It is a struggle. I'm still learning this phone, but I love my phone down. Oh, I love her. Let's see. Same. I don't necessarily follow the year entirely, but the turn of the seasons is important to me. Exactly. I usually just call the solstices equinoxes. You finally called a lie. Hi, name's Renee. Yes, you did. Well, we're about to get into it. I went over my little haul. I'm gonna recap it on the back end, and I'm fighting to not sound overly congested. So that's where we are. But we're getting into this sun magic. So this is by Rachel Patterson. Rachel Patterson calls herself a kitchen witch. She breaks that down in the beginning of the book. So she's very clear, like, hey, let me tell you who I am. That's the first page. And she breaks it down like, who she is, where you can find her, all that sort of stuff. She says, I like to laugh, bake, and eat cake. I'm a high priestess of the Kitchen Witch Coven and an elder at the online Kitchen Witch School. Pause. I did not know it's a Kitchen Witch Coven. Tell me that is not awesome. That is so cool. A Kitchen Witch Coven? Oh, I know that food is good. Like, right? It's going to be extra good. Like, they're doing all different types of stuff. So there's that. And then she, just so you know, she says, yeah, and an elder at the online Kitchen Witch School. I did not check, but it tells you in here if you're interested in her Kitchen Witch School. I'm curious. Kitchen Witch School website is kitchenwitchhearth.net. At least at the printing of this book, that's what it was. I don't know if that's what it still is. Y'all know things change. When was this copyright? 2019. So not that long ago. Okay. So Sun Magic is a book filled with the basics of the sun cycle, of the representations and correspondences, what magic to work and when. It also looks at the solar year, sun deities, sun spells, meditations, specific sun rituals, sun recipes, and more. So it's, like I said, it's not a big academic text. It's very approachable. I love the way that she writes. It's pretty straightforward. It is what it is. But if you were looking like, hey, I work with this season, summer, I kind of want to get more into solar magic. She talks about the basic things that you would expect, how solar magic is different from lunar magic, working solar energy into spells. She actually shows you how to do that and kind of like getting into her head behind like why she's choosing certain things, rituals, also everyday living. She does talk about correspondences for each of the Sabbats and the seasons as it relates to solar magic. She's going to go over some sun gods and goddesses and spirits across different cultures. Love that. Again, her recipes are pretty okay. I mean, I felt there was a couple things I'm going to try. And some journal prompts and meditations. The meditations, actually, I did one. I'm not always good about that when I'm in the process of reading, stopping and doing the meditation, but I read it over it, and then I actually did the meditation, and I actually did experience something. So that was fun and wild because I was like, let me go all in. Let me try. I didn't do it for every single meditation, but I did have an experience with that. I'm going to take a pause from this conversation, and I'm going to share with you something because I was talking 2 days ago. I was talking with one of my coven sisters, and we were talking about a class that we had all taken as a coven. Um, we all attended. It was a virtual class for someone else. So um, one of the things, there was like they led a meditation, this experience, and we were working with Hecate. And we talked about how that meditation was life affirming. And it's been at least a year, probably 2 years. I can't even remember. I think it's probably been about 2 years that we did it. And I mean, I hadn't thought about it since we had talked about it, but I was like, dang, it really was an experience. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, I had this meditation and I had this experience. It was like it stayed with me. I think it's been about 2 years. It stayed, and she said it stayed with her. And just the way it was explained, basically we were like at this temple. It was supposed to be at like a sacred ritual, and Hecate's going to hand you something in this guided meditation. And for me, she did give me something, and keys are associated with Hecate, so I could tell you that. But the point is, I never forgot that. I never forgot how I felt, and it has stayed with me since then. Hecate is the first goddess that I've started intentionally, consistently working with. I had been exposed to Hathor many, many moons ago, but I wasn't trying to work with any sort of deities for a very long time. And this was part of me getting my mind and emotional state separated from the cover of Christianity. And it was a lot of like work and years of just like actually just being an atheist, then getting into witchcraft and being like, okay, I get the spirits and all that. Like, I believe in that, but I ain't doing no goddess, no God, definitely no God stuff. But definitely, I didn't want to do any sort of deity stuff. To Hecate not only reaching out to me, but consistently reaching out to me, like coming through to my dreams. She worked through one of my coven sisters to get to me, and then just being a constant, consistent energy, just melded into my practice, into my life. But yeah, that meditation was life changing. So when I did this meditation, after having that conversation, it's like you don't think lightning strikes twice. You know what I mean? Excuse me, strikes twice, but it did. And I had a really, excuse me, so I warned y'all, I had a really profound, the meditation had a profound effect on me. I am trying not to keep taking all this dang on cold medicine. I'm at the end of whatever this is. I'm at the end. It's just gross, but I'm at the end. So forgive me. All right, I have some highlighted things in here that I want to talk about. I actually have notes yet. I feel like I'm all over the place. Such is life. It's the real me. She talks about sun worship in this section. She says there are many ancient sacred sites and structures that seem to have been built wholly or in part to worship the sun or sun gods. Some of these you know: Stonehenge, Temple of Karnak, pyramids, Machu Picchu. I don't know how to say this. It's a Mayan city found in Mexico. It's got, I can't. I'm struggling. I'm sorry. Teotihuacan. Then there's Newgrange, that's in Ireland, and Ajanta Caves in India. So I point that out because she's making a connection that working with solar magic or worshiping the sun has been done for damn near forever. She's talking about, in the next section is solstice magic. For the summer solstice, you could work magic for, and she's going to give a list. Let me take a sip because I want to get into this, and I'm going to tell you some of the things that I actually do in my rituals for the summer solstice. Excuse me. Fairy, definitely. Communication, intuition, inspiration, intellect, movement of all sorts, creativity, definitely. I work on creativity within summer solstice magic. Transformation, yup. Banishing, not so much. Manifesting, yes, and reaching your goals, yes. She says, and at the winter solstice, you might like to work magic for, and she goes on, honoring family, friends, peace, and goes on. She has stuff for the equinox magic as well. So you don't usually see that. Like, you don't usually see a breakdown like this. Like, this is what you could do for the summer, winter, and the different equinoxes, the autumn and the spring equinox. Then she talks about eclipse magic. Now, you might find little bits. It's just this. It's not a whole thing. Let me think. Yeah. She just gives just a page and a piece, a little piece. She says, as an eclipse happens on a new moon, it carries new moon magic, right? But as the sun and the moon are in the shenanigans together, it brings a combined and supercharged energy. It will amplify the characteristics of the sun sign that it happens in, and also amp up all the magic of a new moon. New beginnings of all types, planning new ventures, taking the initiative, new jobs, change, positive energy, luck, growth, and abundance. You don't have to be able to see the eclipse to work with the magic. It isn't visible in all parts of the world, but the energy is there to tap into. I agree. I feel like that about the moon too, as well. If you're someplace and it's cloudy and you don't see the moon, it's fine. And they're saying, oh, it's a super moon, it's a huge moon. The energy is still there, still work with it. Use the eclipse to set your intentions and lay out your goals. Set out some of your crystals or magical tools and charge them with eclipse energy. I also recommend that. She gets into the solar water and also eclipse water. So if there was an eclipse and you were able to capture some water, good on you. I did not do that. I wish I did, but I didn't. Then she talks. This is where she talks about sunrise versus midday versus sunset. Collecting water with that intention. Just label your water of what it is. But if you want to get like high noon solar charged water, that's excellent. And then she goes on talking about solar water. And then we just jump into the wheel of the year. It's quick, it's not a lot. We jump into the wheel of the year. She explains how she is not Wiccan and she doesn't follow the Wiccan wheel of the year, but she does give an understanding, a breakdown about the whole, the Holly King and all that sort of stuff, and the Oak King. When I first heard that when I was Wiccan, it was hard for me to kind of get that in, like buy into that. I'm no disrespect, but I couldn't get my head. Mind you, I'm coming out of Christianity. That just sounds fantastic, too fantastical for me. Names Renee says, I've been debating on buying that book. I like to wait on your book reviews. I've been so into lunar magic for years, but I'm interested in learning about sun magic. It's bite-sized enough. It's fine. And if it's not overly expensive, it's hella small. And you can, get through it in a day, for sure. So, yeah, she talks about Journey of the Sun through the Wheel of the Year. It's really just page 23, that one page, and she gets into sun signs. She breaks it down further. And she's talking about when the sun is in a certain sign. So for today, because I have an app for that, let's see. I didn't check earlier. What are we in? The moon is in Libra. Got it. The sun is in Gemini. So per her, because she's going to list down different signs. So the sun's in Gemini today. She says, work spells for communication, neighbors, travel, siblings, transport, knowledge, education, activity, imagination, divination, wishing spells, luck, and success. So this is one way to kind of correspond things. This is, yeah, I'm with this, by the way, too. I like this. All right, so if the sun is in Gemini, and if you were curious, if the sun was in, let's say, I don't know, what's a sign that everybody thinks they know about and they get it wrong? Aries. First of all, I'm going to note, I think she's got like one sentence for Aries. This is the prime example. If the sun was in Aries, work spells for courage, authority,